Rockstar Radio Podcast.
Noel G, what's up, man? How you feeling?
What up? I'm straight, Doug. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready when you are.
You're like one of those celebrities, actors that's just like, you always have like those iconic parts in movies. You know what I mean? If it's not the main role, like your role is the ones that people remember. You know what I mean? The funny scene in the Bruce Almighty's, or like you know which one I don't see.
Don't get personal, bro. Don't get personal. All right?
We don't have to talk
I tell people I'm like the Mexican Where's Waldo in the movies, bro. You know what I mean? It's all, I just pop up anywhere and everywhere.
You made it. You
it's
made that movie, man. That scene.
Nah, thank you, G. As long as you don't play it in slow motion, we straight.
We good.
Wait, why not? Why not?
Let's not find out why.
They're talking about
getting deep over here.
They're talking about the monkey in the butt.
She got the shovel. She digging.
You know which ones I don't see people bringing up a lot though is your scene, which I love, and I know you're gonna be, just a small part, but I love your scene in SWAT, dude. Like because it is. Have you seen SWAT with LL and Sam Jackson? You know, it's the part where they're all, they got him and they're taking him into jail, and it's all over the news that he's like, I'm paying $100 million to whoever is like, get me out of jail. And this was watching him on the TV in prison with all the homies, and he's like,
he bumping it. That's the part where you go get popcorn and use the bathroom, bro.
He's in there like, I can do the whole scene. He's like, hey, is this fool for real? Is this fool for real? And then he's walking behind the bars, and he's like, Noel G says, he said, hey, homie. He's like, what's up? Hey, I'm talking to you. Are you for real or what? And then that's it. And then he's out of the movie.
Hey, for you to know that, bro, you're a legit fan, dog. Straight up, man. Like, you went deep,
I'm trying to tell you.
You went underground on that one, dog. I even forgot I was in the damn movie. You just reminded me. I was like, you just refreshed my. You just refreshed.
Do you have a lot of like fans that come up to you and like recite your lines to you when they see you?
Yeah, what's crazy about that? It's so crazy that you could say a line from like 20 years ago and people still remember it to this day. So it's the only thing that I love it, like I said, I love people that are hard to love and easy to love. I love everybody, right? But what's funny about it though is sometimes you trip out because you hear it all the time.
Right.
It's like a curse and a blessing at the same time. The blessing side of it is that everyone still remembers it from so long ago, but the curse side of it is everyone will tell you a line acting like it's the first time you heard it when you heard it every day. It could drive you insane after a while, but hey, I'll smile and act like it's the first time I heard it. You know what I'm saying?
The thing is, it's the first time to them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like seeing you. And
I know, and that's why, that's why, I give everybody a refreshing feeling when they say it. And again, it's such a blessing. But when you hear it every day, it could drive you.
Is it a line or is it the Hector name?
It's a lot. The Hector, the 3 spoon engines, the last name I can't pronounce, the monkey thing, training day lines. You ever have your whatever pushed in? Like I get it 20. I get it 24/7. You know what I'm saying?
Look.
But I love it. It's so, again, it's such a refreshing feeling to have that. But at the same time, I'm just saying, if you hear it every day, it could drive you insane too.
You gotta have it better than old boy though. What's his name? The one that does the shit push in line. He's also plays in Breaking Bad. He's
Raymond Cruz.
Okay, yeah. So he's got to get the shit pushed in line all the time. You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about, right? Okay, there's a scene in Training Day. Man, we got so much to talk about, bro. The scene in Training Day where he's in the house. You seen Training Day? Amazing.
A long time ago.
The scene where he's in the house. He's in the house with the gangsters and stuff, and they're fucking with him with Ethan Hawke. He's sitting at the table, and the thugs they're fucking with him, because they're about to.
Handle some business.
They're about to handle some business, and
he was a cop. We had to do it.
He was
bro.
a cop, right? You're right, right.
LAPD.
And one of the dudes asked him, "Hey, man, have you ever had your shit pushed in?" Was it you that asked him, or was it the other dude?
No, it was me.
You asked him, and then the other dude with the muscle was like, "Yeah, my shit pushed in real good." Oh, bro, yeah.
We should put you in the movie, bro. This guy's acting out all the scenes right here. I'm gonna throw you in my next. I'm gonna throw you in my next flick. Just straight up, dog.
I just learned this earlier. Nick originally wanted to be an actor.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
So there you go.
Before I got on the radio.
Yeah.
Got you. Well, you got the personality for it. 100, man. Just meeting you, bro. You just get.
I'm
You got the vibe 100. Like,
Do you find yourself reciting movie lines from movies, being an actor? Because I know a lot of people that aren't in acting. They're always saying lines from movies and
oh
conversations.
yeah, I got a gang of lines that I recite from other movies all
What's
day
your
long.
favorite line from a movie that you haven't been in?
Well, we all know this one, man. I tell the truth even when I lie. You know what I'm saying? So those are a couple of my favorite lines from Scarface.
Oh, Scarface.
Yeah. But
Legendary.
I got a lot that I recite too as well. You know, I mean, that's just something we do. The movies I grew up on, you like them, you feel them, and you just becomes a part of you.
We were talking about ODM off air on his Blockout podcast.
Shout out to ODM. That's the homie right there. Much love and respect to you, G.
He's one of those guys. Whenever him
He's
and I
a
get
pioneer
together,
of the game.
Of course.
Pioneer of the game.
Yeah, he's one of those guys that when him and I get together, we're always quoting. But the movies that we quote are always like the Mexican movies. You know, we're doing
Blood In, Blood Out.
the Blood In, Blood Out.
American Me.
Yeah, American Me. All of the fun ones.
Selena.
Because y'all relate to that. It's like so relatable.
La
Like,
Bamba all day.
yeah.
Yeah. That's another one, right?
What was it? What was the word?
He's a Richie. All right, it won't be my first, and it won't be my last.
It's not my first.
Yeah.
Not my last.
Right.
What about Richie? What about me, homie? What about me?
The prom line?
Yeah.
Hey, look. Hey, he's like, what does it look like in here? It looks like a high school prom. Yeah, but this prom puts out. Anyway, let's talk about your movie coming up, man. This dude, you're always in the movies with like the heavy hitters too, which is like amazing, man. You got a movie with John Travolta dropping on
April 26th in about a week here, week and some change. John Travolta, Christy Adams from Sex and the City, Quavo from the Migos, Lucas Haas, my boy Sweeney, Metta Williams. It's kind of like Ocean's 11.
Huge.
Yeah,
Okay,
we heist a bank, and I don't want to give away too much, but that's the feel.
Don't give it away.
Yeah, I know, right?
I seen the trailer, okay, and there's this part in the trailer where you're holding a gun, you was like knocking some dude over, and you're like, I love that you're doing action. You know, the action movies that what do you play like?
Me and Quavo played John Travolta's right-hand men in this movie.
Okay.
So John Travolta is, of course, the mastermind, and then me and Quavo are like the sidekicks that are controlling the crowd, making sure everything's straight for him to do what he got to do.
What was it like working with Quavo?
Cool, man. Quavo's
Yeah?
a cool cat, man. Yeah, he getting high 24/7, doing his scenes 24/7 high. I was like,
my
damn, Quavo,
gosh.
you here or not, bro? You know we're filming a movie, right?
Right.
No, but Quavo, he's a nut, man.
Did y'all smoke together?
No, I don't smoke no more.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, I haven't smoked since 2008.
Since 2008, so.
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
I'm here for it. All right.
I got high off his secondhand smoking, though, I'll tell you that much. He was
Was he
smoking
like,
so much.
come on, bro?
I
Just
got
one
high off the
time.
smoke that was being smoked. You know what I'm saying?
Did Quavo bring an entourage on set? Was he like?
Oh
that?
yeah. He came deep. He came.
You know what's crazy though, because like you would think like in a major Hollywood blockbuster movie that the producers or whoever's like taking care won't tolerate that. Like, you know what I mean?
He's
Like,
No, it's
making
hit and
the
miss. You know
rules.
what I mean? There's some that do, some that don't. It just depends on. That's always an individual case with
Right.
the director on who allows it and who doesn't.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I used to be like that back in the days. I used to come
Bring the
20
voice.
deep just all the time and slap them in the movie and all that deal. But I kind of slowed down on that. I found out being by yourself sometimes is a lot better.
Way better.
I heard.
Thank you. Got
Second
a writer here.
Yeah, I'm here for it.
I heard through the grapevine and doing research on you, man. Your very first acting role was a Taco Bell commercial. Is this right?
Yeah, 100.
How did you come up on such a huge commercial? Your very first, like out the gate.
So I'll give you the short story. I had a girlfriend at the time who she wanted to be an actress and model. I never thought about it. I was running the streets, acting a fool. Right place, right time.
Acting, but acting a fool.
Pretty much, yeah. Oh, yeah, it's a double hit.
So she asked me to go to this acting class with her. I went. I was like on some whatever status about it. But literally, right place, right time. I was in this acting class. Never thought about acting a day in my life. Again, it was her dream, not mine. I didn't even have a dream at that time. Guy comes up to me and he says, "Hey, man, you're funny. You want to be in a Taco Bell commercial?" Because when I was in the acting class, just keeping it 100, I thought everybody was dorks and nerds. So I started talking smack. And the producer comes up to me and he says, "Hey, you want to be in a commercial, Taco Bell commercial?" And I thought he was
like
on.
that? He just offered it to you?
Just like that. And I thought he was on some BS, whatever. I gave him my number.
Who
It
do
ended
you
up
trust
being
in this industry?
pretty much, yeah. But I was like 15 at the time. I was 15 years old. So this was
yeah.
like 30 plus years ago. And anyways, I ended up giving him my number. It ended up being real.
I mean, you were still in high school at this point.
Yeah.
Okay.
2 weeks later, I was on the set of a Taco Bell commercial doing a Taco Bell commercial.
Holy shit.
And the way it happened was, at that time at 15, I was ignorant to residual checks.
I didn't know nothing about residual checks.
Business, nothing.
I thought you had to like work to get paid, work to get paid,
You
work
gotta
to
explain
get
to
paid.
some of these people who aren't actors
So
what are residuals.
What residual checks is like, imagine working on the commercial one day in your life, but if they show that commercial 15 times in one day, that's 15 checks.
Let's go.
So they showed this commercial for a whole. They
Run me
showed
my
this.
money.
We on the real wrong business,
And these
homie.
checks were clearing. You know what I'm saying?
Woo!
That was the other
They weren't
part, right?
bouncing.
These are the white
Yeah, they
people
were
checks.
bouncing. I was
These are the
like,
white
damn.
people checks. You know
No
what I mean? Those
return
are the
check
good ones.
I
fee.
straight up won like a baby lottery. You know what I mean? I worked one day of my life, got paid for like a whole year, went from pretty much nothing to bling bling overnight. And I kept on getting paid, but it got kind of weird. But, you know, I was cashing them. I had my story for court. They kept on paying me. I didn't know, right? But after it got weird and I got so many checks, I called up the producer and I said, "Why I keep on getting paid for this commercial?" And he goes, no, that's how actors get paid. I said, "What?" I said, "Well, I want to be an actor." You know what I'm saying? So he hooked me up with the manager friend of his. I go in like this, not knowing nothing
Right.
from nothing. And he was like, "Man, you know, you're cool. Let me see." So everything he started sending me out on was Gangster 1, Cholo 2, Trigger. I was like, man, I grew up like this in real life. I thought I was here to act.
Yeah.
And that's how it kicked.
Did you
That's how
have
it
this
kicked
look at
off.
15? Like, did you have a shaved head? Or did you have hair?
I was running the street.
Not running the streets, but I was part of the street life at
course.
that time, at that age. And I'm not saying I was the craziest in the streets, but I'm saying been there, done that, was living that life. And that's kind of how it took off.
Wow. Got rich off of being you. Ain't that crazy?
Yeah, it was not. So let me make this point clear, because since you asked, every time I share this story, I do got to make this point. When I first got in the game, I'll be 100% real. It was all about money, because I never made that much money so quickly. But as I started doing it, it was a true passion of mine. It became, you know, because I say we have the funnest job in the world. Like, the money was just a bonus later, because we have one of the most funnest jobs in the world. We get to do stuff like this. It's always something different. You meet new people. It's never the same thing. So, you know what I mean? I was just like, damn, like, I can't believe I'm getting paid for this. You know what I mean? So I just took the ride and I was like, let's go.
It's hard to imagine, man, being 15 years old, you know. You're so relatable, you know, as a person. You're in here, and I feel like as soon as you walk through the door, you know, of the radio station, it felt like I was, you know, one of the homies, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, it's automatic love, man.
Yeah.
I love people, like I said, I love everybody.
So when I picture you as a 15-year-old kid, I see myself, right? At 15 years old, my guy, I was playing baseball. I was in a marching band in high school. And I barely got I was working at Carl's Jr., I think, at 15. I'm pretty sure I was working at drive-through at Carl's Jr.
Sounds about right.
You know, and
Hey, I worked at Burger King. So
I worked at McDonald's.
Oh, there it is. We got all three.
Look, my first check, I thought I was like doing it. You know what I mean? I had them hours, you know.
$700 check, for 2 weeks.
Yep, all day long.
I can only imagine.
Feel like I got some hair on my chest. I'm doing it.
Let's go.
At like 16, he was buying a house already. 17, a car.
I
Listen.
was buying speakers for the back of the whip.
And the speakers were worth more than the car.
Right?
How we did it at that time.
At the 12s in the back.
Oh my God.
And a station wagon.
You hear me coming around.
Boys.
It's like a radio on wheels.
I can't even imagine, man, a residual check from a Taco Bell commercial. That's crazy, man. So what was the? I mean, I know that was the lift off to your career. What was next after the Taco Bell commercial? Did you continue to do commercials, or you go straight into movies?
No, that wasn't the lift off. That was just the starting point.
Okay.
The lift off was Fast and the Furious. That was the lift off. But before that, it's kind of funny actually, for like Carl's Jr. and Walmart and Burger King, stuff like that. I used to do a lot of industrial videos. So if you got hired for Carl's Jr., for example, I was the guy like, this is how you wrap a hamburger. This is how you use the cash register. And I was doing like, videos for Walmart where like I was stealing in the aisle like CDs and stuff. So for the security, they're like, if you see someone stealing in the store, these are the proper procedures to do.
And what are those procedures?
So like, it was just funny. I was just a thief, you know what I'm saying? And,
Right.
like, you know when you're on an airplane and you watch the, put on the seatbelt?
Yeah,
Like I did a lot of those training videos for like hospitals, stuff like that. So that was actually the starting of my career. But the manager that I knew, I started developing a reputation of I was always the guy who messed up in those type of videos. So like I said, I was the guy stealing out of the cash register. I was the guy stealing in aisle 2 of Kmart. I was doing all the mess up stuff, right? So the guy was like, man, I know another guy. in LA who's a bigger manager, and he's like, you should consider this as a career and try to get into some movies, because I started getting known as the guy to always call as the mess up dude. And so then I got a connection, and you know how it is, one person knows another, and then it just goes from there.
Small world.
That's what it's like in the acting world. I mean,
Well, I always say in any business you do, it don't matter if it's acting or anything else, any business you do, the number one key to any business period is personal relationship.
Right.
Yeah, your
So
network
personal
is your net
relationships
worth.
is like,
Absolutely.
yeah, exactly.
Absolutely. So you didn't ever have to go the route where you're like, you pull up to the audition and there's a
Oh no, I had to do
look
that.
like you.
Yeah, I had to do that 1,000 times. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? I went through that route too, and you know, I've been there, done that. So yeah, I've done it all. I've got chosen, had to do the audition route, and then when I started developing relationships, some jobs were offered. Like every story has its own individual story.
Right, right.
Was there ever an instance where you went in for the audition and they like casted you on the spot?
Yeah. There was a couple of those too. And then some, it's kind of funny, you know, like I've had, it's like the Baskin Robbins of auditions. There's 31 different ways to do it. You know, I've went into auditions where the director said, I just want to meet you. I just want to do a personality check with you and see if we vibe. Man, I like you. You know what? I'm going to hire you for the part. So Hollywood works in its own different ways because every director has their own style, special, unique on the way they do it or don't do it.
Yeah.
Which makes them unique as a director for themselves.
When did you get to the point in your career as an actor where you can like, you know, we talk about this a lot on the pod with artists and stuff, how Fat Joe has this line, yesterday's price is not today's price.
Yep.
You know, like now, like you've got your Fast and Furious on the resume. Do you have an agent who negotiates rates for you for the next one? Do you go in there like, yo?
No, that's all agent stuff. You know what I'm saying? That's agent / manager stuff. I never deal with any of that stuff. I mean, at the end of the day, they do come to me and say, this is the deal. You want to take it or leave it? Yeah, exactly. I mean, at the end of the day, you're your own person who does or doesn't do what you feel comfortable with. You know what I'm saying? So the agent will always try to negotiate the best deal for you. And then if you feel something's not right, you'll be like, hey, go tweak this, go say that, whatever. And then you end up with what you end up with and agree to.
Yo, okay.
But go ahead and dive in, dog. Whatever you got. I'm ready. I feel like I'm on 2020. What's up, dog? Let's go.
He's getting ready for that question.
I'm like, all right. I already saw it building. I was like, it came from the stomach.
Hey, look, from the root to the fruit, baby.
Yeah,
Listen,
I got you, dog.
I'm such a fan of movies. You know what I mean? I'm such a fan of the process. You know, I think I get it from my mom. Growing up, we used to love watching award shows. That was like our thing. You know, on Sundays, and some of our favorite parts of watching wasn't even the show; it was the red carpet walk-ups. You know, so we can see like the celebrities talking about whatever. You know, our favorite celebrities.
Right.
So I'm just a fan of the process in general.
It's a fun business. It's a fun business, you know.
Of course.
The way I say it, though, it's kind of funny. I say we're in the best, worst, best business ever.
Oh yeah.
What you mean by that?
Just because, you know, you have a lot of people out there that you got to be careful for.
Oh, of course.
The ones that, you know, that are some of the blessings we get being behind the curtains is we get to see how people really are. But then when they're in front of the curtain, all the people that are applauding them, and you're like, if you knew them the way I knew them, you might not be applauding them. So that's why I say we're in the best, worst, best business ever, because one thing that this business has taught me is that if you don't know someone personally, or we're not involved in the situation personally, you don't know a damn thing about nothing.
Right.
Preach.
So,
Preach.
Sure.
So that's why I say we're in the best, worst business ever. You know what I mean? And that's why even interviews like this and podcasts and things like that, I don't even care about it no more in the sense of this is what I'm saying. When someone talks, I'll thank them for saying the right thing.
Right.
But because I don't know them, I can't get behind you because I don't know if you're really what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I thank you for saying the right thing and giving the best interview ever with the right words.
Yeah.
But because I don't know you personally, I can't back you up yet because I don't know if you're really like that for real.
Well, not only, I mean, not to mention, the entertainment industry is very, very unique in that, you know, it's one of those environments where
It's dirty. Let's just be honest.
Well, everybody.
I was being honest. I said it, but you know, I'm dissecting the fraud for them.
Everybody in the industry wants something, you know, and a lot of them are willing to go to some crazy lengths to get it, you know. So
we're just in a cutthroat business, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And again, that's why you got to be careful of who you help, how you help. I tell anyone before you help anybody, do a heart check and a personality check first before you loan
out any money.
Because you might find out you helping the wrong person with the wrong vision, wrong goal.
Listen, don't get me started.
Yeah, I already know.
Do not get me started. Yeah,
Start.
That's
Who cares?
And it sucks though because what I found, you know, being in this industry myself, the people closest to you, your friends, will be the last one to help you. A stranger in this industry
Crazy.
can help you before anybody that's actually close to you that you've known for years.
Well, this is sad to say, you know, and I got to keep it 100 if we're keeping it 100, because I'd be a liar.
The thou wow, baby.
I'd be a liar if I said it any different. I got further in this business because of white and black people than my own people.
Yeah.
And I'm just keeping it 100% real. I'd be a liar to tell you that I made it more so because of my own Latino people. I got farther in this business, no lie, no joke. And I'd be lying if I said it different because of whites and black people.
Yeah.
So that's why, once again, I said, if you don't know someone personally or not involved personally, you really don't know a damn thing about anybody other than what you heard.
At all. It's definitely.
But what can you talk about?
curtain.
Definitely
about what you were involved with personally or who you know personally, that you could 100% talk about and know about what you're saying because you were, again, involved personally or knew them personally to be able to say what you're saying.
Hey, when you first started getting your big roles, right, like the Fast and Furious, that was that was your breakout. Did you ever get starstruck on set? Like, because now you're with like the heavy hitters, you know what I mean?
No, I did. Yeah, there was that moment of like, damn, I can't believe I'm in the middle of this. Like, I didn't even think I deserved to be here. You know what I'm saying? I was like, but now I'll be real with you. I've been doing this 30 years plus.
Right.
I don't get starstruck no more. It's like whatever, because it just became a lifestyle.
Well,
and when you meet these people, they're like regular people like anybody else.
You are the star now.
But I will. Well, I don't say that. But one thing I will say, there's only one person I would get starstruck over where I'd be like, oh my God, and it's Al Pacino.
Let's go.
I haven't worked with him yet. If I'm on a set with Al Pacino, I ain't gonna lie. I might be that. I might be that. Like I might be stuttering on what to say. That's the only guy ever. But I've been very blessed in my career. You know, I've worked with Mel Gibson, Clint Eastwood, Robert De Niro,
Talk about it.
John Travolta, all these cats, whatever, Denzel, Jim
Legends.
Carrey, legends, straight up legends.
Yeah.
I've been very, very blessed, very, very thankful for everything that I have done and have going on and what is going on. Very, very thankful once again. But as far as being starstruck, you kind of get over that being in the business for so long because once again, when you talk to them, they're just normal people like anybody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? There are some that hurt though, and I'm not going to name names. There's some that like
they
I
weren't
said,
your
like
heroes or
no,
like
they were my heroes until I met them in person. I'm like, damn, you're
like that?
You Hollywood, homie. Like
Hollywood.
I've had those
I say Hollywood. I don't say Hollywood, but I'm like, damn, like you forgot your roots and where you came from, you know, and that hurts.
crazy?
Yeah.
That stings a little bit. That's why you're like, damn, man, I was a fan until I met you.
Are you still in contact with the person that said, "Hey, do you want to be in this Taco Bell commercial?"
No, man, we lost contact. That was 30 plus years ago.
Shout out to him.
Yeah, that was
All I remember is funny. He was a white guy named Mike. That's it. That's
Mike,
all I
where you
remember.
at?
I know.
Mike, where are you? What about the
Yeah.
girlfriend that wanted to be the actress and then you took
Yeah,
her dream?
that's my first baby's mama. We don't got to go there.
Let's take it there. No, I'm kidding. But
no.
did she get to her dream?
Nah,
Did she end up? No.
It ended up fading off with her, and she
okay.
did something else, and we didn't vibe. And you know,
Right. and it
She's still getting the
didn't work
Taco Bell
That's
residual
a
checks.
whole nother. That's a whole nother. Oh, she got a lot of the money though. I'll tell you that.
out. Right, with that baby, that
So
child support check.
She got a lot of the money. Yeah, my checks were clean. It was,
Right.
Let's talk about your first scene with Paul Walker. This is something interesting to me. I know sometimes the movies get filmed like out of order and stuff. That first scene in Fast and Furious where you introduce yourself, I'm Hector. I don't know my last name. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The line. Was that your very first scene with him?
that was my very first scene with them. Not meeting him though.
We had a lot of rehearsals and table reads before the movie.
Right.
And actually, the movie at first was called Red Line, and then they switched it to Fast
The Fast and Furious was
Wow.
called.
It was called Red Line, yeah. For the
not know that.
RPM, if it got to the red line, like you were going too fast.
Oh,
But
shit.
They switched it up later.
RPM is a little
Yeah, I know
needle
that.
in the
Right.
Yeah.
So that's why they called it red line. If it got to the red line, then you were going way too fast.
Fast and Furious is a
yeah.
way better name.
Right, right.
Heck yeah.
Way better name.
That was,
But that was our first scene together. Yeah, when we actually did it, that was the moment right there, of course. But yeah, what's the main question though? Just
like,
Well, I just wanted to talk about. I mean, you know,
Paul Walker, I'll tell you this.
Yeah.
Most humblest dude in the world. I tell people like this. He didn't care if you were the one washing the windows on the building or own the building.
he treated everybody the same.
He was the most humblest, most nicest, most friendliest, most encouraging, lovable dude that you can ever meet in your life. Like, I don't believe the franchise is the same anymore without him. It
Definitely
sucks what
not.
happened. That was one day that hurt all of us, you know? But yeah, Paul Walker, hands down, he's still alive in our hearts. but it sucks what happened to him. But the most friendliest cat you can ever meet. Once again, he didn't care if you were the janitor or the president. He treated everybody the same.
Did you guys get a chance to talk a lot? Like on
Yeah,
set?
we chopped it up. We chopped it up a lot. I was making him laugh because when I did the scenes, I would always improvise and never stick to script.
Oh, my gosh.
So he didn't know what I was gonna throw at him next.
Right.
So he was like, "Well, you crazy, man. You funny, bro." He's like, "I gotta be on my toes with you," and I was like, "Hey, man,
my
I'm just
gosh.
my first movie. I'm like, I'm trying to bring that heat. Let's go.
Let's get it.
And he's like, he was laughing, but nah, he's lovable dude. Like I said, like the way we vibed when we first met, all three of us, like that. It was like that with him too. If you met him, whether it was on set or off set.
At that point, that was the beginning of his career too, wasn't it?
Well, it was Varsity Blues. That was the
That's
movie that
right.
quote unquote
Made him Paul Walker.
He had Varsity Blues and he had that other high school.
He had a
movie.
lot of movies before that, but Fast and the Furious was the one that put him on the map.
Yeah.
Fast and the Furious was like the In Living Color
part of
in the sense
everybody's childhood.
Yeah, well, in the sense that it was the part of a lot of people's jump off to their career.
Yeah.
You know, his, yours, Vin Diesel.
Yeah, at that time it was crazy because Fast and the Furious was an independent movie actually, and we didn't know what was going to happen with it. Happened with it. But what I like about that movie too, that I always point out, it's one of the first movies ever to break a lot of the multicultural races in films because that was one of the first movies ever where we had white, black, Mexican, and Asian people in it, all for the love of the cars.
Rare.
So that was very rare at that time. You didn't have a movie that had all the races in it, and that was one of the first movies to break that barrier. So I like that movie. That movie.
Isn't it crazy what
There's
it
a
turned
lot
into?
of reasons that you just love for that flick. A lot of speeding tickets too. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, he related to so much.
That's
of
not even a joke.
Yeah,
That's
he's like,
hashtag facts. That's hashtag facts.
I caught that one.
I remember,
But I got a good thing off that movie. So here's the deal: if you pass a red light and they take a picture of you and send you a speeding ticket in the mail, what you do is you send them a picture of a money order. It's a fair trade. He'll hit you later. Never mind. It's a
I'm
joke.
like, are you being serious? Hold on. I was like,
I had both you guys. I had both of them looking like cardboard cutouts. Hear me again. I had both of you. I had both of you on pause. So if you pass a red light and they send you a picture of a speeding ticket, you send them a picture of a money order.
So
That's
I
a
get
joke.
it. I get it.
An hour later, we there? All right, cool. After intermission, she got
A
it.
picture for a picture.
Yeah, there you go. All right.
So
We had to break that one down.
They're basically sending you a photo of a ticket.
Or maybe the joke didn't work. Maybe it wasn't that funny.
All right.
Yeah, maybe.
Bye.
Now they're being good radio hosts, making me feel like it was actually funny.
Tomas is good at
I thought it was funny, man. That one hits all the time. That joke's a winner. That's the first time it didn't work.
You basically, it's a picture for a picture.
It's a joke. Never mind.
All right, Nick, you slow. It's okay. We forgive
So
you.
they know you're sending them money? I swear to
It's
God,
okay.
when I watch this back, I'm going to
You
get it.
slow. You slow. It's,
Yo,
we'll
3
give it a
o'clock in the
pass.
morning tonight, I'll be like, oh!
He'll get it. He'll get it on the way home. He'll end up getting a ticket at a red light right now on the way home, bro, and he'll get it.
He's gonna watch. He's gonna watch this interview and post editing and be like, I get it now. It's gonna take that long.
Oh, and editing that might be trimmed.
Right, exactly. He's gonna cut that part out.
Yeah, we were on that one for 2 hours. That's hilarious.
Did you, as a kid, what did you originally want to do?
No, I'm telling you straight up, straight out. I, honest
You
to
didn't
God,
know.
not saying it like this or that. I really had no plans, I was homeless at 13. I was running the streets for like 2 years, Then I got taken under the homies' wings. They started teaching me they started gangsterizing me.
Mm-hmm.
And then at 15, I moved in with that girl. And I really had no dream. I had no nothing. When you're homeless, you're just trying to survive and eat. That's it. You know what I mean? But I really had no career. I never was like, I want to be a doctor. I want to be a this. I want to be a that. That never crossed my mind. I was just living life at the moment, And so it's crazy how this happened to me. It's literally like right place, right time, like hitting a baby lottery. Like I truly am a right place, right time story. Like there's no other way to say it than that. Because I had no ambition or no vision of where I was going or what I was going to do. The good thing about being alive is that when you're alive, you always get to make a new choice, new decision of what you do with your life. So that's how I say it, you know what I mean? And whatever decision and choice you make, that's what your life is going to be.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Do you feel like you ever had a point in your life, in your career, that something in your life started like pulling you away from acting or pulling you away from your career and something just brought you back to it?
No, because acting was something that, once I started getting into it, it became a passion, and nothing could stop passion, true passion. So I just kept on pushing forward towards that. But sometimes living life in between that would get a little difficult because we're in a scary job. Sometimes it's funny, like you work, then you don't work.
Yeah.
Then you work, then you don't work. So you got a lot of downtime. And it's that downtime that can get you in trouble because you're not keeping yourself busy and doing something that you should be doing because you have a lot of time to do what you know you shouldn't be doing that you can do because you have the time to do it.
Right.
So that can get you in a mess sometimes. And so that's what happened to me, because it's funny. Like I say this very humbly. I don't say it like this or that. It's just, again, it's just truth. And I never try to misunderstand what truth just is. Because if you just don't say what the truth is, then you're not saying what the truth is. But the way I would say it is, in my life, it was kind of crazy because I had the money to do it. I had the free time to do it, the quote unquote fame to do it, and the connections to do it. So I did it. And that's what, Hollywood kind of amplified the life a little bit more than what it would have been without Hollywood in my life. And so because of that, I had a lot of free time, and that free time would, there's times I got bored. And so how do you fix boredom? You go do something crazy and fun that you shouldn't be doing. And you while out. Yeah. And that's, what I was doing. And so, again, like I said, I don't regret my past because my past, helped me with my future to make better decisions, whatever. Right. I just didn't have no guidance. Right. So my life ended up being my guidance. Later, when I was able to mature up and realize now I got to make conscious decisions instead of unconscious decisions. Because before, in my beginning stages of life, I was making a lot of unconscious decisions. And I'll just end with this and say it like this. If there was a lot of more conscious decisions that I would have made when I was younger, I would have made my life easier today. But by making some of the decisions that I shouldn't have made, I'm the one who made my own life harder moving forward. Make sense?
Yep.
And so that's where I tell people, like, some of these youngsters out here, they got to understand that, yeah, I get it. Partying in the hotel is fun. Drinking is fun. Doing the drugs is fun. Sleeping with the girl is fun. I get it. It's all fun. But there's a consequence that comes with that fun. Yeah. And then 3 weeks later, and all that, and then all that 3 weeks later, you might realize that one funnest night that you had was not the funnest night that you had.
Can't pay your rent.
You get what I'm saying?
Can't make your bills.
Or whatever it is.
Spend all the money out clubbing on bottles.
Let me tell you something.
There's going to be some consequence.
Let me tell you something.
Mike Tyson made a famous comment, and one of his most famous comments was "rich too soon, smart too late," and that's what happened to me.
Rich too soon, smart too late.
Yeah, and that's what happened to me. And I didn't know how to invest. I was just a thug with money, and I was wilding out.
I know somebody that got went from being broke to having a little job here, and then came up on a deal and got $250,000, and blew through that $250,000 in 8 months.
Because you think it's not going to stop. You want a roller coaster ride, and you think, oh, I made this much, I'm going to make this much more.
Yeah.
Until one day it hits you, and you're like, damn, hold up.
Did you ever have that problem where you were spending and also, did you have like somebody that watched your money, like a financial advisor?
No, that's what I'm saying. I didn't trust anybody with my money but me. You know what I'm saying?
Couldn't even trust yourself.
I couldn't even trust myself. She ain't lying. You ain't lying. You ain't lying on that one. I'm gonna have to ride with her on that one. I couldn't even trust myself. I was spending stupid, like, just when you got it, you got it.
But were you buying for like the homies too? Like,
I did all that. And that's what I'm saying. I learned all the lessons, because I knew what it was to not have. Yeah. So, I'll tell you like again, one little quick story of how I fixed problems. All the homies would meet up, and we always used to cry about, I don't want to drive because I want to drink. And everyone would always, so I had a solution. I said, everybody pull up at my house. I'm going to get a limo. Now we can all drink because we have a driver. Now we can all drink and while out. Dude, we were paying for a limo, 3-4 times a week. Woo! Back then, it was $250, $300 to get a 12-seater. I know the price. So I'm saying a 12-seater. No, this is from 8 to 2, 3 in the morning. Okay. And all we were doing was using the damn car to take us to the club and take us back home. Yeah. But, you get that 2-3 times a week. That's a $5,000 bill a month. And back then, you got to remember, back then, 5 G's was a lot of money. That was a lot of money. I remember in the 80s when you had $1 million, you thought you could live the rest of your life without ever having to work if the prices stayed the same.
But you probably saved a lot of lives. A lot of things could have went left.
You saved a lot and probably ruined a lot too because you made it easier for him.
Hey, straight up.
Yeah, I guess. But I guess, life is more valuable than making those dumb decisions, drinking too much one night or taking some drugs.
Oh, you're talking about, saving them from not drinking and driving. Yeah, I'll take that. I'll take that.
So
that's a good point of view. I'll take that one.
Yeah, you did a good
deed.
deed.
It's a good outlook right there.
What's it like now for you? So you're more calm now?
I'm boring now, man.
Do you have like a girlfriend or anything?
I'm boring now. I don't do nothing. I'm calm. I'm single life is cool for me right now.
Okay.
There's no stress, no one to report to. I'm good.
Not report to. Oh my God.
All that.
One of those. We're gonna red flag, green flag you real quick. So we get to know you.
Let's
see what you like.
I knew there was something coming, man. Let's go.
So we get.
I'm gonna act like you did with the picture ticket. I don't get it, bro. No, I'm playing. Go ahead, dog.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta get to know you now, because you've been through some stuff. You know what I mean? Okay. Red flag, green flag with Noel G. Is it a red flag or a green flag if she's on OnlyFans?
Yeah.
Damn.
Red flag all day.
What if she only doing like feet pics or something?
Nah, red flag. Oh, definitely red flag.
Even worse?
I hate feet. I can't stand
hate
feet. Yeah, I don't like girls.
What if they're like really nice and like perfect?
Nah, all feet are ugly to me. If it was my way, we'd all be walking on our ankles. Feet wouldn't even exist.
So what do you do when she tries to put her feet in your mouth?
I can't. Hell no, that wouldn't even happen. That's an immediate cancellation, divorce, ex-girlfriend situation.
Do you keep your feet nice, pedicures?
My feet are straight. I can pull them out, but I'm just saying, I just don't. Something happened to me when I was 8 years old.
Oh, okay.
And that's why I don't. When I was 8 years old, I'll give the quick feet story.
All right.
I had a friend of mine. He was 8 or 9 years old too. He was getting on the back of his dad's motorcycle. His dad didn't know that it got caught in the wilderness, and his feet got shredded like spaghetti.
Oh my God!
And it happened right in front of my face. I saw it.
No wonder.
And ever since then, I got a feet horror thing I cannot see. Yeah.
Okay, that image is stuck in my face.
Holy.
And I never heard the most ferocious scream. My boy was like 8 or 9 years old. It happened right in front of my face. And his big toe was like hanging on like a fishing line string.
Oh my God.
So ever since then, I never want to see feet again in my life.
Me neither.
I wouldn't want. I think after that story, I'm good.
Let's move on from the foot question.
Oh my God, my feet hurt right now.
Is it a red or a green flag? Joint bank accounts. Joint bank accounts.
Nah, red flag all day.
You don't want to show that. You don't want to show
like
that.
I said, I don't trust nobody with my, just me, and that's.
No.
Oh my God.
Red flag, green flag. If her ex looks like you.
Oh God, come on, doc. What do you mean?
That could be a good or bad thing.
No, you said if an ex-girlfriend.
If her ex-boyfriend looks like you. If her ex-boyfriend looks like you.
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking about like a sex change thing or something. I was like, hell no, bro. I was like, that came off wrong, bro. I was like, hold up. I was like, can we get a repeat on that? Hold up. That was a clarification question. Yeah.
No, I wouldn't care. Yeah, that's green. That's all good.
Yeah, because at least you're her type.
I ain't tripping on that. Yeah.
Red flag, green flag. Peeing in the shower.
No, that's green flag. I pee in the shower all the time.
What if she pees on you?
Some people are very, very.
Huh?
What if she pees on you?
No, I'm sorry. I didn't know R. Kelly. I'm straight.
Okay, how about if she pees on you in the shower?
If what?
If she pees on you, but it's in the shower.
I don't even think she could pee on me in the shower. They can only pee down their leg, right? They can't aim. Do you know a ninja girl that can aim or what?
No, girls can aim. Can girls aim?
I was like, hold on.
Wrap her leg around your leg.
Can girls aim or what? Oh,
No.
yeah. That's too much for a peeing session. I'm good.
Or you put your leg in between hers.
I'm going to have to red flag that one.
Now it sounds like I've done this.
Only on radio shows do we hear this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Sounds like I've done this in the shower.
Got to keep you interested in that traffic.
Red flag, green flag. She still has pictures of her ex on her social media.
Red flag.
Big time. Still in love.
That's a yellow flag because I don't know. Yeah, it's a yellow flag. I'm going to go with that one because I don't know if that would be a consideration of breakup or not. Like that's a yellow deal for me. I don't know.
Different religious beliefs.
Yeah, that'd be a red flag.
Yeah.
Well, first of all, just I don't even believe in religion. So
okay.
I kind of picked up on that as we were talking. I'm not gonna lie. I could kind of get that vibe.
Yeah, I don't. Religion was made for power, control, and it feels like a system. And if you feel like you can't keep up with the system, why are you doing it? And I always tell people when you stand before God, it's just going to be you and God. It's not going to be you, mommy and daddy, you and your best friend, you and a priest. It's just going to be you and God, and you're going to have to answer for yourself.
Yeah.
So it's about a personal relationship, not religion.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't believe in religion. And
as long as you believe that God
and God says if you're not equally yoked,
with your girl, then, that could be an issue.
What does equally yoked mean to you? I feel like everyone has their own definition.
Well, what I think doesn't matter at all. My opinion no longer matters. It's what the Word of God says.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it is.
I thought yoked is when you go to the gym, huh?
Yoked. That's yoked too. That's a different kind of yoke, bro. You got to be clear with what definition of yoke we going for.
Right.
All right, just a few more. If you cancel on her last minute and she doesn't care, like right away, she don't even care. She's cool with it.
That's green flag. That's cool. That's
It's cool. You good with that?
She ain't tripping on you.
Yeah, that's cool.
But you're not like, hey man, why don't you care? Like,
Well, I always tell people in this
You toxic,
business,
Nick.
like if you get noticed, you're lucky. Because this business is very last minute. You got to be ready to jump when you got to jump. So if she can't understand that, then
you got to just keep
that makes
keep
sense.
things moving.
All right,
Sometimes.
what's worse, laundry or dishes?
Laundry.
Paper plates or the good plates?
I get paper plates. That's why I was laughing and I say
No more
laundry because
dishes.
in my house, I'm a clean freak from hell. So all my
good.
plates are paper and all my cups are plastic. So I just throw them away and I never end up with dishes.
How often do you mop your floors?
Oh, a lot.
Same.
A lot of the time.
Yeah, you got to keep them joints, especially if
You could eat off my floor. Like I'm a clean freak from hell. You can eat off my carpet.
I love that.
Yeah.
Cups in the cupboard, right side up or upside down?
Upside down. Yeah.
Yeah.
The dust
They're
gonna
upside
get it
down.
in
Yeah,
there.
yeah, it's
Right.
weird.
Mine are always upside
If
down.
you put your cups
Nah.
upside right, you are nasty.
all day. All day.
You are nasty.
No, my cups are upside down. Yeah.
Well, how about your toilet paper? Right side up or upside down?
That's over.
Over, under?
Yeah.
Over. Yeah, that's the only.
Yeah.
Over, yeah.
Yeah, over. That
Not
way.
under, yeah.
Pineapple or no pineapple on your pizza?
No pineapple.
Let's
I like
go!
pepperoni pizza
Damn,
only.
I like this
y'all
guy.
haters.
I like this guy. I knew I liked this guy.
Hawaiian
Now we got it.
pizza? Well, I don't eat pork no more, but Hawaiian pizza?
I don't know. I never.
That's why I don't eat Hawaiian pizza. You know what I mean? I go to Hawaii, I order pepperoni.
You don't even go to Hawaii. Shut up, Nick.
I've been there a couple times.
I'm playing.
She put it out there. She put it out there.
She be clowning.
Like, hold on, we gonna close this case right now.
When's the last time you went to Hawaii?
She be
That's
clowning because I don't get out the IE much. She brings that up.
Oh, that's fine.
But
We
I've
gotta
been
get you
I've been
out.
to Hawaii a couple times.
We gotta get you
When's the
out.
last time?
Shit, over 10 years.
Okay,
It's been a
then.
minute. It's been a minute.
Get out.
At least you've been. We're gonna go with that. At least as long as you've been.
You been
we
going on
straight.
vacation? I mean, I'm sure you traveled a lot to film
Every
and things
business
like
trip that I do, I make
Make it a vacation.
That's dope.
I know
Yeah,
that's
so
right.
I just make it a package deal.
Yeah,
I know that's
I
right.
make it a 2-for-1 deal.
Hey man, let's talk about this movie you got coming out real quick. I don't know how much time you have tonight, but okay, it's John Travolta. Cash Out.
Cash Out, like I said, coming out April 26th,
Pretty much on any platform you could think of. Yeah, you got to check it out, man.
it's kind of funny too.
I'll share this quick story for Cash Out. It was the first time ever in my career. My career never amazes me because there's always something new and you never know what you're going to walk into.
We already filmed part 2, and part 1 hasn't even come out yet.
No
No,
shit.
that's right.
Yeah,
Keep
so
them
that's-
checks coming.
That's the
baby.
first time ever in my career. In my career of 30 plus years, that I ever filmed a part 2 before part 1 ever comes
That's
out.
wild.
So they're
They
banking on this movie to do what it's
it's
supposed to
gonna-
do, but
gonna do numbers.
until we see it,
Who knows what?
Yeah,
know?
man.
I missed the premiere because I was.
Yeah. Was this your
I
first
was just
time?
about to ask.
Yeah,
what
the premiere was in Florida. I was invited. Everything.
I had another deal that night and I couldn't make it. I was like, damn, it sucked because I wanted to be there so bad.
Was this your first
So I
time
haven't
working
even
with
seen it yet.
Are they gonna have an LA premiere? Or that's just the,
No, that was
yeah,
it.
That was
Yeah,
it.
It was just in Florida. Yeah.
Well,
Was this your first time working with Travolta?
Second. So we have another movie that's out already. It's been out for about 3 years called Paradise City.
Ah.
Yeah, so you can check that one out too.
Oh,
And that movie's all right.
I'm in movies sometimes. Well, I'll tell you straight up, the movie sucked, but the check didn't suck.
But you never know how it's
So I
going to
say it
turn
like
out
that.
until because
So
it's like once you can only do your part, you know what I mean, and then the rest is up to.
Well, you get the script, but I don't read the whole script.
You're right on that. That's absolutely true.
I was gonna
but
say, yeah, so a lot of actors will turn down a movie if they're like, nah, it's mediocre. I don't like the script. So you're like, hey, if I
No, I've turned down some scripts.
yeah.
Yeah, I've
How
turned
many do you
down-
say you've turned down?
I don't even know, but quite a few. There's some
Yeah.
that I turned down where I was
That's
like,
a blessing. You could just turn it down.
I'm good on that.
Yeah.
Well, it depends, huh?
Oh yeah.
Turned down the blew up.
Tomas said off the mic. Is there anything you turned down that blew
yeah,
up?
that's a good question.
That's
now
a
you're making
great
me.
question.
now you're
that you were
making me
like,
think.
damn, later.
There was a TV show.
Oh man, it was back in the early days with Tom Sizemore and Joe Pantalonia from the Goonies. I forget the name of the show, man, but that was one thing.
Is
that
he
I
the, is he the
regret.
dude from Bad Boys, the cop, the chief, the captain?
I don't know. He's the bald head dude with the glasses.
Yeah, that's
You know
Joe.
what I'm
He's the one.
talking-
He's
yeah.
the captain. I can't stop cussing. Like
Oh, okay. Yeah, that
in
cat.
Bad Boys. Huh?
No, Tom Sizemore was.
No, it's not Tom Sizemore.
No, Joe. He's talking about Joe.
Joe Pantalone.
Yeah.
Is there a movie or a TV show that you auditioned for and you were like, you really wanted?
Oh yeah, there's a lot of those stories.
What's
yeah.
a couple?
There's a lot that you're just like, damn, man, I wish I got that one right there. You know what I'm saying? Or even TV shows that I did that were like huge, and then they just didn't take off. They had like A-list actors in it.
Yeah.
And we did the pilot, but it just didn't take flight, which sucked, you know. So there's a couple of those stories too.
Yeah.
And it sucks, man. I know you guys are asking me like specifics right now, and I can't even think of them right now.
That's crazy.
I'm gonna be like you on the way home with that joke. I'm gonna be like,
I
oh man,
said that.
Yeah, there's a lot that I can't even hit right now.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But to be a part of some of the stuff that I have been a part of, like I said, that's a blessing. But yeah, there's a lot of stuff that you also regret that you wish you had, that you didn't get. You go up against quote unquote bigger stars and they get it because they got a bigger name or whatever the case is. And some are just hit and miss, you know?
Yeah.
Like in this business, it's like, you know, Forrest Gump said, it's a box of chocolate. You never know what you're going to get.
How are you with like, you know, some actors don't like watching themselves on film, you know?
So at the starting, I used to watch myself a lot because I was all excited. Like, oh my God, I can't believe I'm on
if
TV.
I was a movie star like you, I would be watching my scenes all day. All day. I'd be every night, I'd be Netflix and yo, that's me to myself.
You think that
Because I thought like that at one time. But just so we're clear, that was 20 years ago at one time.
Right.
But after you do it and it just becomes a lifestyle, that fades off.
That's what I was saying. Like, that's what I was saying. Like with the, you know, the starstruck thing and this and that. Like at first I was like that, but once it becomes a lifestyle, like you know, you're doing radio. When you're here, like it just becomes a lifestyle. Like when you ask any actor what's up, they don't tell you I'm going to act. They say I'm going to work.
Yeah, I'm going to work. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
No, that's
It's just-
true.
Well, it just becomes.
Well, like with me, right? Okay, let's say like outside of my show that I host here on KGGI, you know, we'll do behind the scenes work like production. I'll voice commercials and things like that. If I were to catch one of my commercials on my drive home, I'm turning that bitch like, you know what I mean?
Hey, that's cool.
I still love it.
Hey, that's not a bad place to be. Like that's not a bad place to be. Like there's nothing wrong with it. I'm just saying like I'm not there anymore. But for you to still be there, that's hella cool, bro. Congrats. Because you know what? It is a blessing to be able to do the things that we do. Like it's so cool, right? Like
that's amazing.
Who would think ever that we would be doing this type of stuff? You know what I'm saying?
Awesome,
like
man.
It beats lifting boxes.
God did.
Yeah. nothing wrong with the 9 to 5, but I'm just saying, like, you know, this. Hey,
they didn't want us to act.
What's the famous saying? If you hate what you're doing, you're working.
Oh, if you love what you do, you're
not working.
If you could choose anything in the world, any career other than what you're currently doing now to do, what would you say you would do?
I think I'd want to be a cop, you know, to be real.
Really?
Yeah, I'd want to be a police officer.
I can see that.
Yeah, just because. I'm for cops, man. Not the gangsters with badges. I'm for the ones who do their job
Not the
right.
Denzels in Training Day. Not the.
Yeah, I'm for the ones who do their job right.
Have you ever
know?
had a save the day moment in real life where you were in a place at the right time?
Never, man, never.
Well, there was one. There was one
actually. Yeah, we were actually filming with my boy Jesse Torero, who I give a shout out to. He does a lot of stuff. And there was a car crash right out front of the film set. Nasty one. Car tipped over and everything. The car caught on fire.
Ooh.
So we ran with the bottled waters because that's all we had at the time. And we all opened them as quick as we can and poured out the fire before the car blew up.
Oh, my God.
So that was like,
Oh, that's right.
So and
Hero.
Yeah, we dragged the girl out of the car. That was one hero moment. Yeah,
man.
That was something that was hard to see too, because that accident was nasty. And when the car flipped right away, the engine was on fire. So I was just like thinking like right away, because we had no water, no hose. It was in the middle of the street. We just grabbed the cases of water and ran out there, ripped that thing open as many as we can, and started pouring.
Yo, this guy's been through some shit. 8 years old, seeing little foot ripped off. You know what I mean?
But those are just two little life situations, but yeah.
That's amazing.
Listen, I could talk to you all night, man. I'm so hyped that you're here. You got to come back.
No, it's love, man. I thank you guys for having me, man. Like,
We're gonna see the movie.
my manager made a joke. He's like, when they stop asking for you to come through, that's when you got to worry. So it's all love, man. Shout out to my boy P Funk, man.
Let's go,
What up,
P.
P-Funk?
Connection, man. That's my boy right there.
P.
It was 92.3 back in the early days.
Wow. Before the revamp.
He fucks the man, dog. That's my boy right there. Been knowing him for years also as well. And been my publicist, helping me out with How long? Damn, now 20
long
years.
been? 20 years?
P-Funk, come say one thing. Come say one thing. in the joint.
Talk to us.
Just one little
P-Funk.
thing. One little thing.
What's up, crew? What's up?
This is P-Funk right here in the house. Knows everybody and anybody in the radio game.
Yo, P-Funk
I feel
looking
like
fresh
I've met him before. Have we met before?
with the gold.
I met today.
Yeah.
Humble as heck, man. Knows this world, lived this world, and yeah, man. He got interviews with Tupac.
Wow.
Word.
He got an
Legend.
interview.
We got a
Oh, we got to interview him.
He got an interview with Tupac that he snuck into the award show or whatever, the music awards. Well, Tupac was back there and got him back. And even Tupac says on the interview, P-Funk, you wild. You be sneaking in to get me on an interview like crazy, bro. Like,
You go talent thing.
Is it audio? P-Funk, is it audio or
Yeah, it's
video?
on YouTube.
Oh, it's on
There I go.
there it is.
Oh, we got
P-Funk slash YouTube, yeah.
Or interviewed by P-Funk.
There it is.
I'm
Watch it
watching that.
yourself. It is insane, bro. But to meet Tupac, like that's legend right there. So that tells you
Super
who P-Funk is right there.
Biggie, Tupac, Biggie, and everybody in between from 93 to 99.
You interviewed Biggie
Shout out
also?
93 too, baby.
He got some of the ghosts today. Some of the ghosts today.
links, man. That's wild, man.
That was tripping, man. I'm like, to meet Tupac, that's one of my dreams right there.
Oh, yeah.
The only thing I get of him now is a hologram. So,
All of us.
Crazy. Tupac, is he top 5 for you? Top 3?
oh, he's top 1, bro.
Oh, of
like
course.
Tupac's. Oh, that's my dude.
Oh, you're
man.
from the West Coast, right?
Yeah, that's my Tupac is my number 1. I'm still pumping too.
Yeah, let's go,
Always.
man.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
day. The All Eyes on Me double album was my introduction to hip hop. That was when I remember when that album dropped. Do you remember the year that was? All Eyes on Me, the double album. P-Funk, can you?
1996.
96. Yeah.
There
Same
it
year he died, man. Same year he died.
A couple weeks later, yeah.
Couple months later, yeah, that's
Tragic
crazy.
day.
Dude, yeah, I remember specifically. That was around the time that they were saying that hip hop was just a fad. You remember that? Like it wasn't gonna last and stuff like
And
that.
here we are, 50 years later, 51 years later.
And that album was the one that like convinced me, yo, like it's here to stay. You know what I mean? Hip hop
Yeah,
is
no,
here to.
Tupac's the G, man. He put it on the map for sure, along with Dre and Snoop and the rest.
Oh, he was in a movie with Dre. Dre was in Training Day. I forgot. You've been in a few. Have you?
I did a
Guilty Conscience with Dr. Dre
the
and
music
Eminem.
video.
Yeah.
You were in the music video.
Yeah.
Did he call you for that?
yeah,
That one I got hooked up with. So his guy at the time, I don't even know if he's still with him, is Philip G. Atwell. And that's Dre's, at the time, that was Dre's main dude back then. And that is where I first met Dre. And then I started getting called for little stuff that he was doing. So I did the MTV Music Awards with them too. They flew me all the way out to New York, did the Billboard Awards with them. Like, yeah.
That's up. Are you guys still? Did you guys become friends?
No, that sucks, man. I lost contact with Dre. But I know if I see him again, it's automatic love, man.
Of course,
So,
of course.
For sure.
yeah.
Yeah, you're like one of those guys.
I was
man.
gonna go to his Star.
On the Hollywood thing, but
Oh, that was just recently.
But I had another thing that I was I always tell people this: if I'm filming dead or in a hospital, I can't make it. So that goes with anything else, you know. And those are the only 3 things why I can't make something else happen. If I'm filming dead or in a hospital, I can't be where I need to be.
Yeah.
So that's
That makes sense. All right, Kalisha, April 26th, where we going?
April 26th, we're about to see
Cash
Noel
Out.
G's new movie, Cash Out, baby, with him, Quavo, John Travolta.
Oh,
Cash Out. Yeah, it's gonna be off the hook, man.
That means if there's a part 2, that means maybe like the end is like a cliffhanger.
They're already talking about a part 3, and I'm like, damn, hold up, part 1 hasn't came out yet. Like, hold up.
Listen, they got a budget, baby. Tell them to call
I'm like,
me.
hello. I ain't mad. I'm like, hey, if you guys want to roll with it, let's go.
Hey, let's
No one's
go.
arguing on my side.
I'm auditioning for show.
There you go. Tell
guys.
your agent.
Now I gotta put my boy in my next flick. That's right.
Let's go. Let's go.
There you
Make a
go.
call.
There you go.
I'll stunt double or something. You know, I gotta. You know, we got the all black on black.
There you
Buy one, get one
There
free.
you go.
Hey, I heard they did a bunch of a bunch of different takes for that scene that you were in, the Jim Carrey monkey scene. That wasn't like the only one that you guys did. Like how he was like fucking with you guys.
Oh yeah, he messed with us a lot. Jim Carrey's a nut, man. He would always rewrite the scene. I just to give you one small example, I was only supposed to be in that movie for 1 week, but I got 7 weeks out of it because Jim Carrey kept on changing the script.
Wow.
So yeah, so it got to a point where we didn't even study the script no more because we didn't know what we were walking into. Yeah, but Jim Carrey was hella cool, man. Like he rewrote a lot of that stuff, and it was just crazy. Like, so when the monkey came out,
he was supposed to say, he said, now it's time to teach the rest of you guys a lesson.
When the monkey comes out of you?
So what happens is, when the monkey came out of my butt or whatever, a mic.
He didn't want to talk about this.
No, I know. Like, I'm like, I thought we were ending. I thought we were ending, bro. But
Not before this.
all right, let me give you this last nugget. And I'm out.
All right.
What happens is, after the monkey comes out the butt, there was a microphone that comes out of the cloud.
Okay.
And so this microphone drops from a cloud, and Jim Carrey grabs it, and he goes, it's time to teach the rest of you guys a lesson. And so one of my homeboys out of the other guys that were there says, yeah, you in what army? So what happens is, Jim Carrey on the microphone goes, let's get ready to rumble. And then all these Jim Carrey lookalikes start popping out of Jim Carrey. And then each gangster gets their own individual beating. So there was one that was like in the middle of the Impala, and Jim Carrey was like a gangster Jim Carrey, and he's hitting the switches, and the dude was getting slammed in between the trunk.
Oh my God.
And then there was like another one that gets beat up where the tattoos come alive. So Emilio Rivera had a tattoo of a dragon and a lizard on him, and they come alive and they eat him up.
Oh my
And
gosh.
each gangster got their own individual beating, like I said. But what happened was, we started filming this. Jim Carrey lookalikes came to set. Like, they had a crane. Like, they were filming this stuff, right? They had one Jim Carrey who did that superpower thing where he picks up someone with the finger and bounces him in between the buildings. They were filming all this stuff, right? And but what happened was, and this is the ending, what happened was the producer came up to him and said, it's too early in the movie to display God's powers like that because you just got the powers. So you wouldn't know how to use the powers to that extent. You're doing too much. So he goes, we got to cut all this stuff out, and we got to find a way to end this.
Well, the thing that
So I got lucky.
the thing that they ended up doing was like he shot like bees out of his mouth or something. Or what?
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's what they closed it with. So I got lucky. So it was my scene that stayed in. They ended with the bee scene, and then it was a done deal. It was a wrap.
Yeah. Dang, that's crazy.
But it was cool, man. I was like Jim Carrey, keep on writing, because I had to get paid for all the weeks.
I was just about to say.
Yeah, I was like, damn, keep on writing. We were loving it. I was on Sky Heaven at that
Did any
time.
of that make like a special?
And that's what I trip out on. That stuff didn't even make it in the deleted scenes on the Blu-ray version.
on the
None of
DVD?
that. I thought at least definitely 100%. I thought some of that stuff would be in the deleted scenes.
I wonder where you could find stuff like that, like in the archives
Because
of
at that
Hollywood.
time we didn't have social media, none of that stuff.
Can you
So
request any of that stuff?
Yeah,
now?
like the
I have
footage.
no idea.
Like who would have that? You know what I mean?
The studios.
Yeah. The film studio.
Hey, if you guys figure it out, let me know, because
Oh, yeah,
I'd love
just-
to check
oh,
it out.
So, yeah.
Noel G!
Oh, that's right.
Let's go. Hey, we got enough people for round of applause. There we go. There we go.
Yeah, man.
Heard the sound of
And let me just say these last words, man. I love you guys. I want to thank you
We love
both
you,
for
man.
bringing me out, taking the time, man. It means a lot to me. And I mean that truly, sincerely, man. Keep in touch anytime on the gram. And just want to say, follow me on my Instagram.
Yes.
Actor Noel G, because I just found out
Follow.
TikTok is gone soon. No, I'm just playing, but not playing, but playing. But
That's the truth.
No way.
And then,
We'll talk about that.
yeah, that's off. And then my last words I always say, I just say, God first, and the rest will always work itself out.
Yes.
Much love.
Let's go, man.
Preach.
Noel G, baby. This is the Rockstar Radio Podcast, 90.1 KGGI. My name is Nick Nack.
Kalisha.
Noel G!
That's
the
what's up.
building.
99.1. Listen to it.
Rockstar Radio Podcast.